Okay, well, it is time for yet another Apocabox video. I gotta say, I like this one. I think you will too. So we're gonna take a look at what's inside this green box coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Apocabox, who by the way I think have possibly the coolest box in the subscription box world, they were kind enough to send me their April 2018 box, which is themed around something called Silent Hunter. So it has a Silent Hunter theme. If you're not familiar with Apocabox, they're a bi-monthly subscription box. So every other month you can subscribe to this. The cost right now at the time of this video is $50 plus about $11 shipping in the US. So about $61 every other month. And the concept is that every month's box is built around a certain theme. And I've said this before, but I want to reiterate this because actually the last time I did an Apocabox video, I was sort of chastised by a viewer who said I really was maybe not being fair to him because I kind of I didn't care for that theme. I didn't think it really made a whole lot of sense. And I've said that before on some of these, that some of these boxes just, that I think some of them they really hit a home run on the theme. They did a great job of pulling together a really coherent box of stuff and skills that really focused on a particular theme. And some of them I think that it seemed like they were really reaching for that month. But this viewer said, you know what, him and his sons really use these boxes and they learn a lot together. And you know what, that is great. I've said the whole time that in my opinion, Apocabox, as opposed to some other subscription boxes, is not as much about you're getting a certain value of gear for a discounted price, basically. And there's a lot of boxes that do that often provide a very a good value to cost ratio. So if you had to go out and buy that stuff on the free market, so to speak, you'd pay a lot more money for it. Apocabox has never really been about that to me. It has always been about just some unique stuff and some skills. They always have skill challenges in here. It's about building a certain skill set, generally related to survival in one way or another, and they build the box themes around that. And so I do understand that, you know, if you're looking at it from a hey, this stuff is, I could buy some of this stuff cheaper somewhere else, then this may not be the box for you. But if you're looking for a really cool box that's just very interesting stuff, often they have very unique one-off kind of handmade stuff in here, and it's generally around a pretty coherent theme, usually, then this is something I think that's more like what this is aimed towards. I think they did a really good job this month, by the way. I wasn't really thrilled with last month, but they did a great job this month. At least I think so. So instead of me rambling on about that, let's take you down to the old stump top, and we'll show you what's in this month's box. And then we're going to play with the old balance, orientation, and rotation device here for a minute on this one too. I think that'll be fun. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's just open this thing up here and get right to it. And every month they have like a little list. They've actually gotten pretty fancy with this one. They have a list of what's in the box and what their theme is. This month's theme is Silent Hunter, and they actually have a last month they started a story on back called the story installments, the Apocabox Chronicles. This month is part 2 on that. And then inside there's just kind of a list of what's in here and what their thought processes was about putting it in here. And they've got like a project that you can build, and a couple of projects. They have the kits for some of the stuff, and they actually have some videos online that show you how to do all this. So, but let me just move this out of the way right now. We'll just get a look at what is in this month's box. So it's all about called Silent Hunter, and basically airplane, the focus is on being able to get yourself some food quietly, right? So the first thing in the box is really, really cool. It is a torque slingshot from the folks at Simple Shot, and I gotta say, I'm digging this. And let me see if I can get this thing open. And so this is it here, and it is really cool. It comes with some bands on it already. If I can get this thing off of here, it's ready to go. And we're going to play with this in just a minute, so let me get it out and show you first though. So sit right here, and it's like a hunting slingshot, and you can do it either way you want, but you got the bands here like so, and kind of put your thumb up. I think you put your thumb up here like that. So there's that. We're going to take a look at that in just a minute. But that's the Torque Slingshot. I think it's really cool. Next item is something I always like in these boxes, and it's a pocket field guide, Creek Stewart's Pocket Field Guide, and this one's Survival Slingshots, and it's a really cool little book. It shows you a lot of different ways to make different slingshots, just a lot of different slingshot concepts. This is really a valuable little thing, I think. I like that a lot. So there's that. Next item on the list is steel shot ammo. We got 10 rounds of steel shot ammo, and this is basically, looks like it's 1/4 inch, might be 3/8, but got 10 rounds of that, so that's actually good hunting ammo. And then we also got 10 rounds of powder ball ammo, which is sort of like paintball, but it's filled with powder. So we're going to play with this in just a minute and see how it does on the old balance orientation and rotation device. Then next on the list, we have 4 slingshot spinner targets. We have 2 leather targets, which are pretty cool. And they got a little loop you can hang a string through there and hang them up, run them across a string. So probably stretch a string between 2 trees and hang them up. And we got a couple of little small plastic rubber ones too. They're even smaller. So we got those. Then we have a 3-pack of Apocabox paper targets, which are just cool little printings of there's creek and some different things you can shoot at. So just kind of a fun little thing there. Next we have a Silent Hunter belt pouch, and what it's got is they use shredded newspaper for their padding to keep this thing, their packing material. I kind of wish they wouldn't, because it gets all over it, fabric stuff, and it's it takes you a little while to get it cleaned off, but it'll come off of there. But this is a Rothko little military pouch, and you can put your slingshot ammo and stuff in here, and you can put your slingshot and stuff in here. So that's pretty cool. Next thing they have is, if you actually do kill some game with this, you need to be able to skin it out. To do that, you need a really good sharp knife. So one of the things they have is the interrupted pattern 3-piece diamond stone. So basically, it's got these little rubber feet on it, so you can put it on a bench or something, and it won't move around. You can actually even screw it down to the bench if you want to do that. And it's got 3 different grits of diamond stone that just fit right in there, and they'll stay in place. And the interrupted pattern here is just so that it will catch stuff. So that's a pretty cool little deal there. Diamond stones work really well. Got a nice little plastic cover. So nothing fancy, but it's definitely functional, and it probably works really well. I'll check that out on a different video. And then the last item in the box this month is, and they do this very often, they do a skills challenge. This month what they have is they have a bait snare challenge kit, and what they do is, you can see they have one set that's already made for you. You kind of use as a pattern, and then they also have just a blank stuff for you to make your own, which is pretty cool. And they do that every month, and I think that's a really cool kind of little project to do with your kids or whatever, and really help you learn together. So that's pretty cool. But they have one more bonus project, and it's a shepherd sling. And for that, what they give you, they just give you the little leather pouch. You can put your own paracord or some sort of cordage on it right there. And then they actually have on page 3 of the booklet that comes with it, it's got complete instructions on how to make this. So if you want to emulate David and Goliath, you can definitely do that. It's really a very functional hunting tool used by a lot of primitive cultures, maybe not so primitive cultures. So that's everything that's in the box this month. But one other thing they have a kind of a plan in here for making a target ammo trap for slingshotting, so you don't have to keep buying and losing all your ammo, and it looks like it worked pretty good. I have not had the facilities or time to create one right now, but we are going to do some slingshot stuff in just a minute. So without a lot more random, let me just want to play with this thing one little bit. Is that okay? Okay, real quick, just want to shoot a couple of these and see how we can do it, and then we'll wrap this thing up, because I gotta shoot it, right? Take a couple of them. We'll try it, just 1 or 2. Probably don't want to put it in my mouth. Let's sit it right here. So we'll put the ball in the slingshot pocket like so. Hold it like so. Actually, we're going to turn around like this. like so. Put some out here on the wide part. It's got a wider part and a narrow part. Let's see what I can do. Oh yeah, let me give you a close-up. Okay, well, I'm gonna wrap this up, but I gotta say this is a cool little slingshot, and I'm gonna give this Apocabox a big double thumbs up. This might be one of my favorites ever. So once again, thanks to the folks at Apocabox for sending me this box so I can show it to you. I'll put a link below so you can check it out if you're interested. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. You can check out another one right here. If you're not subscribed, please click right down there in the corner and subscribe. Click that little bell and you can get notified when I put out new videos. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.